Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's lesson plan has put together an all-star British cast. You would think by doing that they would have a much better mystery than this movie turns out to be. The director of the film said he wanted to put privilege on display. Instead, he's displayed stupidity. Cinematic class is about to begin, and your professor is it. Greetings, salutations, another sundry affair. I am your cinematic professor and purveyor of truth in movies, and tonight's movie could have been a kind of thrilling whodunit, much in the vein of playing the game Clue. But wow, it becomes such a mismatch of tropes that everything seems to fail at once. It's a wedding night, and it's Caleb Wingate's wedding night. He comes from a very wealthy family, so naturally, everyone in attendance for the wedding is also very well, the elite, the 1%, if you will. But Caleb has been told by a mysterious voice that if he does not kill his father in law before midnight, then his new bride will die. Hmm. The deadly assassin proves that he is there and that he has eyes on the entire affair. And slowly but surely, these families, soon to be joined through marriage, start to reveal a lot of deep secrets. Can they all be resolved before midnight and bloodshed?
What are you doing?
Would have thought one of our executives would do such a thing.
Remind me, where exactly were you?
In Nigeria. Caleb's about to close the deal of the century.
Paul! Put your phone away. It's your wedding weekend.
Father has a surprise for Caleb.
My wedding gift to you.
I'm to be the CEO of Eco, right?
Time for me to take a back seat.
Caleb has the keys to the kingdom now. He has my sister, my father.
Blood is always thicker than water.
Hello?
I've been watching you.
Who is this?
Who I am is not important. You have until midnight to decide who dies. Look outside.
There's a sniper out there.
What does he want?
Robert,
Everyone has a price, Caleb.
They said to shoot Robert if he came outside.
Who hired you?
Do we have any idea who's out there?
It's the wolf.
Who sent the wolf here?
A competitor?
No, this is closer to home.
It's as if somebody in here wants to hurt us.
If anyone tries to leave, they will die.
Why are you doing this?
I didn't make the rules.
Get back inside, brother!
No! Don't you dare put this on me!
It's a wolf here because of you.
Is there something I should know?
You have surrounded yourself with enemies who are growing desperate. There is blood on your hands, and the price must be paid.
All right, I told you in the teaser intro about the all-star British cast. Let's take a look now at who is in front of the cameras. William Moseley plays Caleb Wingate. He is the man caught between marriage and assassination. He is best known for his breakout role several years ago as Peter Pevensie in The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. That is a role that he reprised in the sequels Prince Caspian and the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Patrick Bellotti is also in this. He plays Robert Forsyth. If you watch the British version of The Office, you will recognize him. Also starring Kim Spearman, Alexander Lincoln. He plays Jackson Wingate. You may recognize him from Geek Girl on Netflix. Tristan Gemmell, Kate Izzet, Toyin Omar Kinch, one of the dreaded three named people, and Harrison Daniels plays the wolf. And I mention him because this is one of the few times you actually see him. Harrison Daniels is a voiceover actor in England, a rather successful one. This time, he actually gets to appear on camera. Hey, we'll take a look behind the camera when Outtakes with Rexreel continues right after this.
Speaking of dates, you want to keep probably June 6th and 7th marked on your calendar. That is the day down at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center for this year's Three Rivers Comic-Con. I have told you before that I love going to this place. I really do. If you love comics, this is probably the best Comic-Con because it still holds comics as the main. It's not a PR for movies or TV or things like that. It's definitely centered around and deals with comics. And I get most of my Christmas shopping done in the 2 days down there. It's an awful lot of fun. John, who usually comes on the show and tells us about it, will be doing that in the next few weeks. We'll do a special edition of Coffee and Chaos, our sister program, and have him talk about who's coming in. They do have some really big names and some neat things planned, especially the cosplay things. Those are always a lot of fun, too. That's the Three Rivers Comic-Con, June 6th and 7th at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. I hope to see you there.
Alrighty, back to An Enemy Within. Let's look behind the camera now. The movie was written and directed by John Michael Kennedy, another of the dreaded three named people making movies. This is Kennedy's feature film debut. He does have two on the back burner ready to jump. One of those is a sci-fi thriller. But I have to tell you, after watching this first one, those two following movies may be a bit sketch. We'll have to wait and see what the backers say. Our director of photography in this one was Lorenzo Livrini, and it was edited by Gustav Lundquist. Both of those have done yeoman duty. So you have a good cast, you have a crew behind the camera that does a fairly decent job. So where does this go wrong? Well, for wanting to besmirch elite privilege, Kennedy assembles his cast and is written in a way that the whole ensemble is too immersed into social justice culture. Now, folks, let's remember, these are supposed to be two exceptionally wealthy families who are both ruthless businessmen. And yet, when you look at it from that perspective, this is a very silly plot. Let's talk about the wedding because it compromises everybody and it takes up about 75% of the movie. And during the wedding, there are gunshots galore going on. Nobody seems to be affected. When the bride and the groom come out and give their respective speeches, and even the best man gives his speech, they're cursing at each other. The bride and groom are dropping F-bombs on each other, and nobody in the audience of the wedding seems perturbed or shocked or in the least bit discombobulated by all this going on. The final insult in this whole story happens at the end, just as they're peaking, the two heads of the family to go head to head and really dish out this quagmire, if you will. they bring in the female warrior ideology. And in doing so, they totally negate everything that has happened up to that final few moments. Waste of talent and a waste of effort. This one gets a D, and I'm being generous at that. And now that you have learned what you have learned, here ended your lesson.